Athletics returns to Albert Park, but for the road racing over 10 and 3 kilometres. In the first XCR event since the passing of AV Life member Ron Clark, Glen Huntley teammate Trevor Vincent spoke about the distance running legend.
When he was overseas preparing during some of his big racing tours, he'd be right. I've got letters, but he'd write back and say, "Oh, sorry, I can't be at Sandown this weekend, but you know, I'll be back soon." You know, and he'd keep us posted exactly what he was doing. He was an incredible influence, and at the grassroots level, as I say before, he's terrific in the club. And he was club treasurer when he was running world records. He did all that sort of thing, and he'd be regularly out there supporting people. Then we went to the Dandenongs. We knew that we had to run hills. We raced regularly, and Ron did the same thing. And he probably reached slightly greater heights than us, and it was probably because of his influence. I can say it now, I'm not sure it was actually the case, but I switched to steeplechase when I was one of the first to realise this guy can run a bit, you know. But yeah, Ron did not much more really than be proudly wearing that uniform and turning out and running in club events. It's always part of the afternoon tea business, and we enjoyed what we were doing, and that's the main thing that we try and get across now, and ran as a group and became good friends with the people you ran with.
The main race of the day was a 10-kilometre road race for open men and women and under 18 and 20 men. A large pack for the men formed out front, dominated by athletic Essendon runners, including Commonwealth Games marathon representative Liam Adams. For the women, Courtney Powell went straight to the lead. By halfway, and it was still a significant large pack leading the men's race. Powell was still out front alone for the women and on PB pace. Bundoora winner Gemma Maney of Frankston was second. Then came Collingwood's Virginia Maloney and Corinna Fife of Glen Huntley. From the last turnaround, in contention were Steve Kelly of Box Hill, Geelong's Nick Whiteman, Frankston's Josh Harris, Nick Earl of Melbourne Uni and Essendon's Mitch Brown. Inside the last kilometre, and it was down to Whiteman, Brown, Kelly and Earl. Brown won the sprint to the line to deny Whiteman a 4th consecutive XCR win. Kelly just got home ahead of Earl for the bronze. Powell was untroubled as she approached Lakeside Stadium and went on to win with a new PB of 32 minutes 33. Gemma Maney was next home for the silver. Corinna Fife cleared away from Maloney to take the bronze.
Mitchell Brown, nice to have a win in XCR.
Yeah, absolutely, especially after Bundoora. Took a bit of time off, coming off track season, and yeah, it was a bit more underdone than what I expected at Bundoora. Wasn't quite sure what to expect today, but I think the flatter course definitely suited me, and probably a bit more of a kicker's race, so that played into my hands definitely. Probably a few little surges, but for the most part, the pace was pretty sedate. I think even though it was reasonably good conditions, there's always just that little bit of bluster around Albert Park, and probably coming back, on the way back, there was that little bit. Guys probably not wanting to spend too much too early, get stuck by themselves, coming back into the wind. So, yeah, it's always going to happen on a course like this, and like I said, it definitely played into my hands. Now, I nominated for the Victorian team for National Cross, and I intend on running it either way. I can't expect to be picked on how I ran at the trials, that's the reality of it, but yeah, I've got a long way to go in terms of getting up to where I want to be for National Cross, and with a bit of a break in the XCR calendar, I'll knuckle down during July, get myself in shape and run it either way and hopefully have a good result. If it's part of the Vic team, great. If not, I'll pull on the Essendon singlet and that'll be that.
Courtney Powell, first senior road victory in XCR. How does that feel?
Yeah, it feels really good. I did my first road race a couple of weeks ago. I think I've got the road racing bug. I really enjoy it.
Now, your time at Launceston was quite impressive, 33.55 thereabouts for a debut on the road, but today you've smashed that with mid-32s.
Yeah, I felt really good today. I think I just had a good day and really good atmosphere, had lots of people cheering, and yeah, I really enjoyed it.
So you had a few guys to run with out there. That was quite obvious as you're coming through at about the midway point.
Yeah, it was good to have some guys to like try and hang on to, and I saw a guy that beats me at training, and I was slowly catching him, and I thought, well, I want to try and beat him. But yeah, so it was good to have people in the field that
Now we've got National Cross not far away at Moonee Valley, so you're looking forward to that?
Yeah. It'll be good. I haven't done a nationals in Melbourne, so yeah, it'll be really good. I've never been to Moonee Valley, but...
And here are the top 8 results for the men. And the top 8 results for the women. First home for the under-20 men was Daniel Young of Old Severians. In the under-18s, Diamond Valley's Jared Clifford took the honours.
So first of any years combined under 14, under 16, under 18 and under 20 men.
All other juniors took on the 3 kilometre event. For the junior men, it was Nicholas Feidler of Ballarat first home, ahead of Adam Spencer of Glen Huntley and Collingwood's Ace Spark. For the junior women, it was Amelia Mazzadowney of Essendon first across the line. Next were Georgia Griffiths of Melbourne Uni, Lauren Ryan of Essendon and Doncaster's Charlotte Bassett. Keep watching Asvic TV for more athletic action.